This is a Champions Path Elite Trainer box, and this is a Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. I'm laughing because there's nothing here, and this just feels weird to kind of just do this with my hands. I'm just going to have to use a stock photo. The product isn't out yet, but we're going to talk about these two items today, and today's Friday, and I love Fridays, and Fridays are a really good day to give stuff away, so we're going to give away both of these items. We're going to give away a Champions Path Elite Trainer box, and we're going to give away a Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. All you have to do to be entered to win is just hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You have to be subscribed to win. Hit that like button down below and leave a comment on this video. Then come back next Friday. We're going to announce the winners next Friday. One winner is going to win this Champions Path Elite Trainer box, which I'll be able to ship right away. And then one winner is going to win the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. I won't be able to ship that until like October 25th or 26th or 27th when the item arrives to us, because it doesn't come out until October 28th. But that will secure a Charizard Ultra Premium Collection for you. We're going to talk about both those items today because there's a lot of rumors going around about Champions Path getting a reprint and about the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection getting an additional wave. So we're going to jump into things right away so that way you have full understanding. I did gather all the information for these things, and I'm going to put it up here on the screen so you can take a look at it. We'll take a look at the market a little bit, and then you can go on your merry way and hopefully feel a little bit better about where the current market is for these items, for these in-demand items. So this was posted on Instagram by Pokemon TCG Savers. Shameless shout out to them and myself. You can follow me on Instagram at danny.phantump. But they posted this, and it says at the bottom, as if the last leak wasn't enough, everyone's favorite set is potentially getting a reprint and restock Champions Path. And this is kind of a snip. I don't know what distributor this is, but it kind of shows availability for back order for not only the Champions Path Elite Trainer box, but the Pokemon Champions Path Double V box as well. So I did reach out to some different people, and this is what I heard. We have had news about some of those, but the quantity was tiny. It seemed more like leftover product than a reprint. So there will be additional Champions Path product that is hitting the market, and that will have a very, very minimal impact on the market pricing that's out there right now for this set. But for the most part, it doesn't seem to be an actual reprint, or it's not going to be a large reprint or anything like that. It's very, very tiny. There's going to be a very small amount that gets put out there. It seems more like leftover product than a reprint. Does Champions Path actually need to be reprinted? I will let that, in my honest opinion, no, it doesn't. I will leave that completely up to you. This product came out a little bit over 2 years ago now, and Champions Path was kind of the beginning of the Pokemon boom. It went very, very crazy. They added an additional print run that wasn't originally supposed to be in the mix. We had 2 print runs that came out, and then a third print run which released 2 years ago in December, and that really impacted the market pricing on this. But you can see over the past year there hasn't been a whole lot of movement when it comes to this actual product. You're only looking about a 10% differential both from its high and its low. Its low point being $92.81. That actually happened in October of 2021. Then it shot up to a 1-year high in April of 2022 before crashing back down right around its 1-year low, and then kind of going back up again, and now it's stabilized a little bit right around that $100 mark. So does it really need a reprint? There's not a whole lot of movement that justifies that. Now I understand this product is selling for much higher than MSRP, but there's not a whole lot of movement that justifies the fact that a lot of people are interested in purchasing these. The demand doesn't really seem to be there. The fact that it's only moved, about 10% over the past year doesn't really reflect the need for a reprint. If we look at a product like the Double V box, that's kind of seen some organic growth, a little bit of organic growth, but not a ton. Selling for about $10 above MSRP right now, sitting at $34.12. But again, not a whole lot of movement over the past year. You're only looking at about 10%. It did have its 1-year low in October of 2021 before slowly, naturally, organically growing over the past year. It's sitting at $34.12, which is right off of its 1-year high of $34.82. So not a whole lot of movement, not a whole lot of big jumps when it comes to the Double V box. If you look at the Champions Path Booster Pack, kind of the same thing. You've seen a little bit more of a percentage gain on these, a little bit harder to find maybe. $6.86 was where it was at the beginning of 2022 before shooting up right around its 1-year high, but it's really leveled off over the past 7 months, kind of hovering right around that $10, $11 mark. It did hit $10.94 in April per booster per booster pack before kind of settling back down. Now it's sitting at $10.15 right now. But again, not a whole lot of movement over the past year. If we look at the two top selling singles from this set, they're both named Charizard. This is the Charizard Vmax. This one did gain a lot of ground. It shot up from about $160 all the way up to $250, but it stabilized quickly. It fell back down. So April, it had that big burst and then dropped all the way back down to about that $180 mark. Now it's sitting comfortably at $179.22. And then we've got the shiny Charizard V, which really hasn't moved much over the past year at all. It corrected in price from that $185 price point, fell down to about $155, and that's pretty much where it's been sitting all of 2022, really since December, sitting at $164.82, not too far off of its one-year low of $157.83, which it actually hit in August of 2022. Now let's look at the Ultra Premium Collection for Charizard, because this is the big thing that everybody wants to talk about. This is something that Guardian, shout out to Guardian, they are an excellent resource to get a lot of information, a lot of news, a lot of leaks, a lot of things like that. If you want to kind of test and plan for the next set and things that are coming out, the boxes that are coming out, definitely check out Guardian. But they said right here on 9/21, an official distributor listed a new wave for this product scheduled for December of 2022. That's all the information that they have. So these are kind of the promo cards that we have right here. This is the information that I was able to confirm down below, word for word, the quote, a wave 2 of those has been announced for late December. So we have confirmed a Charizard Ultra Premium Collection Wave 2 is going to be coming. It looks like it's about the same size as Wave 1. So we are getting Wave 1 on October 28th. That's going to be about double the size of what we saw from the Ultra Premium Collection from Celebrations. And then we're going to have the same size, an additional wave, coming in late December. So right around Christmas time, we're going to get a second wave of these Charizard Ultra Premium Collections. What that means is don't FOMO like crazy if you're missing out on these pre-orders, if your pre-order is getting canceled by GameStop. Definitely be patient. Don't buy these ridiculous prices that you see that are going on out there. Be patient. Look around. If you miss it, you miss it. And that's really the point that you have to get to. But it looks like there's going to be a lot of additional product that is coming available. I know it gets tough because there's always so many people talking about it. So many people talking about that they were able to get their copy of it. They reserved their copy. Definitely talk to your LGS. See what they know. Talk to them to see, hey, I heard that there's going to be an additional reprint of this product coming out at the end of December. Do you have any of those that I could order? Because that's really not that far away from October 28th. We're really closing in on Q4 of 2022. So that's not too bad, waiting an additional couple months to be able to find this at that $120 MSRP mark, or even at $150. It's way, way better. There's a lot of product already kind of hitting the market when it comes to the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection. You can see over the past month or so what it's done as far as price points go. It's gone from $258.08, which is what it kind of came out at from a lot of pre-order prices, all the way up to that $300 mark, $299.95. Now it's settled down a little bit. It's sitting at $283.70, but a lot of people are kind of escaping the TCG Player to list these items because it's easy to kind of sell on TCG Player. You get a much bigger market, a much bigger base. You don't have to worry about comments or anything like that. So a lot of people selling on TCG Player around that price point. It's kind of driving it down a little bit because people want to sell these. People want to move them before it goes down to maybe that $250, $240, $200 mark. There are even singles that I've started listing. There was a single that got posted on eBay. It got taken down, but it started getting bought out like bidded on like crazy. It's crazy to me that somebody already has a copy of this Charizard Ultra Premium Collection in hand. That just means that something sketchy went on, something a little sus went on, but you can see there's already sold copies of this product from pre-order standpoint. This is the Charizard Vmax. You can see each one selling for $95, and there's an additional one listed for about $150. This may be the route that a lot of store owners go, cracking them open, because you might be able to sell the contents of this box inside. If you're looking at the Charizard promos, for example, selling for at least $50 a piece, that means just those products alone are going to bring in $150 for that box. If we look at the Charizard V-Star alternate art, those same things selling for about $95. Not a whole lot of sales, but you've got a few there. And then finally the Charizard V alternate art, only a couple sales on this one. This one's selling for a little bit cheaper, $88 on that one and $95 on the one that sold on September 14th. But the key point is that there is going to be an additional print run, an additional wave of the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection coming that is scheduled for late December, so definitely check with your LGS to get a feel for how many they're getting. Maybe the first wave, maybe they're not willing to sell it that cheap on the first wave, but maybe they'll be willing to sell it cheaper on the second wave, and if you can reserve your copy for the second wave, that might help you out in the long run. You also have the opportunity to win one, as well as this Champions Path Elite Trainer box that I actually do have in hand. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button down below, leave a like on the video, and leave a comment down below. Boom, you're entered. Come back next Friday to see if you won. Guys, thank you so much. Just wanted to throw this information out there so you have it, so you know the best way to spend your collection dollars, the best decision that you can make, because I don't want people FOMOing and spending $300, $350, $400 on pre-orders for this right away when there's an additional print wave coming that's the same size as the first print wave. So thank you so much for everything, guys. I really appreciate you so much. Until next time, peace.